With the Gateway Arch welcoming us in the background, a look at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today's series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Mike Leake, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, take a look at that whip. Around 1.3, which is pretty much league average. So he's been very serviceable all year long.
Dexter Fowler makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Cubs, center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. Eric Karros, we take a look at this Cardinal ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They've been on a real nice run of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games.
And this will be their last home game for quite a while. They're about to head out on a long road trip, so they'll be wanting to get out of here with at least another victory under their belts.
Leak into his motion. Here's the 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. And a changeup that just about got away from him there as that ran in a bit too far.
You worry a little about things snowballing from here?
Well, you know, these are two teams that don't traditionally care for each other too much, so we've seen this go south before.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder giving chase, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, Matty, I can't wait to see if Kyle Schwarber can keep it going. He's been swinging a hot bat all year, and his slugging percentage is soaring over .550. So I think there's a pretty good chance he'll have an impact on this game.
Kyle Schwarber will stride in as he's running out of time now if he wants to make a late push for that home run crown. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Diaz is there for it. 2 down. And with that, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, we're going to talk about Yadier Molina defensively. We can just get to the gold gloves. Just a multitude of those. He's so soft behind the plate. He gets his pitchers a lot of pitches. He shuts down a running game. Very cerebral as well as far as setting up hitters. I don't know if the game has seen a better defensive catcher.
Chris Bryant is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Just getting started here in St. Louis. A strike, and it's 2-1. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And a swing and a miss. Does that look like self-defense there? It's 2-2.
Well, normally you'll see swings like that when he faces left-handed hitters, but that cut fastball can do a number on righties as well.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Diaz on the grass. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It's the Cubs nothing, Cards coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. It's the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, you can see there, he's been very dependable all year long. He's making his 30th start here in this one.
Stephen Piscotty comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
St. Louis. First baseman, Stephen Piscotty.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. EK, one-year-old ball clubs. The Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. They put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Well, they know they're playing on a team that has a great team ERA, so just a couple of runs can be enough for them to get victories.
Number 41 will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
Matt Carpenter settles in for his first at-bat, and he'll be looking to break out in this one, not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Runners on first with 1 down. Chop foul right by home plate, and it's a ball and a strike. Right side hit hard, and that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with 1 away.
Stepping in now, Brandon Moss. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Hayward, still going back. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And the Cardinals lead it now 3-0.
Oh, and you know what? I think he had a real shot at this one in right field. Let's check it out. This doesn't make it over by much, and I think he may have mistimed his jump just a little bit, and it winds up sneaking over the wall for a homer.
Matt Holliday standing in now.
Left fielder.
Lays off 1-0. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Well, there's the location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, it's going to be on the ground.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Ground ball right side. Rizzo is there. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. To us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this former USD Torero, Chris Bryant, one of the best in the game offensively, doesn't get a lot of accolades for his defense, though. Can play any one of a number of positions, but really settling in comfortably at third base. He's got soft hands. He's got an excellent arm. Very rare for a guy of his size.
And he takes ball 1. Three runs already home here. Hit out towards second. There's Baez. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Cards strike for 3, all coming courtesy of this 3-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now a 3-0 lead for St. Louis. Anthony Rizzo makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Anthony Rizzo.
Leaks ready. Here's the first pitch. Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Tough ruling, but it's out number 1.
And you start to get to the point in the year where you say, look, this guy's pitched a lot of innings so far this year. I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys back off his workload a bit here in this final month.
Javier Baez will stand in now, and as you can see, he enters play with 16 home runs on the season so far. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. And he misses again, 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
Three and 0 now. The lefty Jason Hayward waits in the on-deck circle. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Here it is on 3-1. And, oh, that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2.
Well, that may have been the last pitch in the at-bat that he could do something with. He's not going to get anything better than that.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sinker misses, ball 4.
Yeah, even though he walks him here, that's not really a terrible pitch.
Right fielder,
I don't think it's a strike, but
Jason
it's definitely a pitch you'll get a lot of guys to wave at. Sometimes it's okay to keep trying to get guys to chase on 3 and 2.
Here's Jason Hayward now. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. The average at 284 to begin play. 22 home runs and 64 runs batted in. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1 and 2. The 1 and 2 pitch. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2 and 2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
Set to deal on 2 and 2. Still 2 and 2. Runners on first with 1 down. And this one's in the dirt, but fortunately here, no advance. Runners off for second.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already, that's 2 walks here in the early going, and that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
Into the box, Addison Russell. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Drilled on the ground to short, and that's through into left, a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Well, it's just a lack of control that continues to bite him right here. He walks back-to-back guys, then he serves up the base hit. And now he's left staring at a bases-loaded situation, and though I'm not sure he can put the ball anywhere close to where he wants to right now.
First delivery to him on the way. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
In for a strike. It's 1-1.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Tap fouled at home plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike 1 or strike 2, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike 3, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Kyle Hendricks will stand in now with the bases loaded, 2 away, and a chance to really help himself out.
And at the very least, he's got to focus on getting something in play. He can really help himself out with just a simple single here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball one.
Now here on the mound, you cannot take it easy on the pitcher here with 2 outs. He can still bloop one in there and drive home 2, so you need to be thinking strikeout all the way.
Here comes the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Of all the people to lose the strike zone against in this lineup, he's got to be out there thinking, how is this happening against the pitcher?
That's on the outer edge, 3-1.
That's a little surprising that that was something other than a fastball, but hey, at least he got it over.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. In there, and he's taken him as far as he can go now. It's full, 3-2.
Taken again on 3-1. He's trying to get that RBI the easy way, but now they've worked it back to a full count.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Moss has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Yadier Molina strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Ready with the 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
This one's flared out in there, a base hit.
Yeah, the first inning was no picnic, and now he's already in trouble again here in the second. He hadn't looked all that sharp so far, and he's in danger of really putting his guys behind the 8 ball early.
Set to get his day started, Diaz, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch of the at-bat. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2. Line drive to left, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, and after a 3-hit outburst in the first inning, they come back with hits number 4 and 5 to kick off the second. Something sure got these guys all fired up.
Mike Leake, the pitcher, digs into the box, so in a definite sacrifice situation here with 2 on and nobody out.
Yeah, definitely the traditional train of thought.
And no surprise to see the pitcher squaring around as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
And with your pitcher at the plate, you always like it when he can get that bunt down on the very first pitch. Not only do you let him get back to the dugout and rest up just a little bit, but you also keep that momentum going. And that's a nice job right there.
Well, now the skipper decides to bring the corners in here. Let's see if it pays off. Into the box now, Stephen Piscotty. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Hayward. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And the run will cross on the sac fly and make it a 4-0 game.
And this was the right idea to send him. He's got to range down the line to make this play and then orient himself to home plate. That was a little too much to ask there.
Into the box, number 41, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
And he falls behind 0-2. 2 outs here with a runner at third. To short, hit hard. Gloved by Russell. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. We played 2 full. St. Louis is out in front, 4-0. Aerial view there of St. Louis from high above the Mississippi River as we welcome you back to baseball on the show. Dexter Fowler is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in a matter of about 5 feet.
Hit hard up the middle, and a base hit now as that's how the third inning gets underway.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Kyle Schwarber is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. Leak pauses. First pitch on its way. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Here comes the 0-1. Called strike 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Nobody out, runner on first. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate, and look where it winds up, completely out of the zone. And that's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Into the box now, Chris Bryant. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Throw over to the bag. A dive, but he's back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Push to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. The throw to third. And he is in there.
Well, with a right-handed hitter at the plate and the runner going, he knows he's got to steer this ball to right field. And sure enough, he puts a great swing on this ball and lines it the other way. I thought for a second that he might even have hit it too hard, but that runner's able to make it all the way around to third.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or two.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, curveball, then change up here on the first couple pitches. Now might be the time to see him run that fastball in on his hands. Maybe try and get this guy to pop something up.
A swinging bunt to the mound. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Yeah, on a chopper like this, probably the right decision not to go after that guy from third. So he wisely just takes the out at first, and he allows the run to come home and score.
Javier Baez will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Just missing here, 2-0.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Still a base open here, so you don't have to come in with one if you don't want to.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Grounded down the third baseline. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
I tell you, both of these teams have come out swinging the bats well so far. That's 9 hits between them, and this is still just the 3rd inning.
Jason Hayward stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the 3rd.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
Well, we've mentioned it already, but look at the pitch count here in the 3rd inning. He's almost completely out of gas already.
Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. Back in standing. Now the 0-1. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Cards lead it 4-1. Matt Carpenter digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Second baseman, Matt Carpenter.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0.
Now, after a rough couple of innings, you'd like to give your guy a chance to straighten himself out here, but I also think you got to keep your options open in case he just doesn't have it.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Heading for second is Carpenter. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. That's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Brandon Moss will stand in now with the runner at second following the leadoff double.
Yep, more hot water here to start the inning, and it's right back into that stretch again. And this is starting to become a theme for him.
Good bite to the sinker there as it's chopped foul at home plate. 0-1, here it comes. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
And this guy has done it all at the plate so far. Another RBI, his 4th of the game. He's driven in 4 of their 5 runs. Not too bad.
Matt Holliday stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit.
Let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
Here's Johnny Peralta now. Now the double steal is on here. Over for it is Hayward, but he's going to run out of room. It's a foul ball. First and second here with nobody out. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Surprised that the bullpen hasn't swung into action yet?
Yeah, you know, now that you mention it, I think I'd at least get a couple guys up there scurrying around down there or thinking about ordering a pizza or something.
Hit hard on the ground to second. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now needs a double play in the worst way. That's 4 straight hits now to start the inning. He just needs something to go his way.
Yadier Molina strides forward with the bases juiced now, and a big hit here could really put this one out of reach early on.
Hey, and you ever heard the term smell blood? That means you have to be like a shark and attack when the other guy's bleeding. It's a great chance for them to take a commanding lead right now.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to chopped weakly to the left. Reined in. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
You're pretty lucky here just to get an out on this play. It's going to cost them a run, but that's a nice pickup and a tough, hurried throw to at least get the out at first base.
Diaz will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
And this is low, ball one. No, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
Runners are at second and third with one down. Not close. It's 2-0. Another 2-0 count here to begin an at-bat.
Once or twice is a pattern. More than that is a trend, and he's just not going to have much success if he keeps falling behind.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
And remember here, you've got a base open at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen.
Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball four.
Up next for the Cardinals, pitcher.
Well, let's see it again in show motion. I don't know. That's awfully close. And he might have got away with one there.
Mike Leake will stand in now with the bases loaded, and this is one at-bat he doesn't want to just throw away. He can really help himself here.
Yeah, hitting is not really in a lot of pitchers' DNA, but you're right. If he can find a way to just find a hole with a ground ball, that could be huge.
He's set. Here it comes. The cutter runs outside. Ball one.
When you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is keep falling behind guys.
Bases are loaded with only one out. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike two.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Bryant is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
First baseman number 55.
And as we take a look at his pitch count so far, sometimes numbers can be misleading. You see the 38 strikes there, but a lot of those have been on pitches out of the zone that he's gotten guys to swing at.
Stephen Piscotty will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Hayward is there, and he puts it away as they're able to escape with only limited damage on the scoreboard. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. 3 innings complete. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Cubs 1. Addison Russell is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Shortstop, Addison Russell.
Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Leake sets his sights, coming at him with the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
And on the mound, here's where you got to keep pitching like it's a one-run game. You never want to get in that relaxed mode where you think, I've got some cushion. I can afford to give up some hits. That'll spell disaster.
Miguel Montero in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
First offering on its way. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. 1 run, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Hit to first. He's got it. To second for 1. Back to first, and great work by the pitcher hustling over to cover as he takes the throw for the 3-6-1 double play.
Sharply hit here, but right at the first baseman coming off the bag. So he gets the ball rolling as they pull off the nice 3-6-1 double play.
Number 5 will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball here. 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Grounder down the line at third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. They trail 6-1. Trevor Cahill is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Number 41 will be the batter. 1 for 2 thus far.
Center fielder, number 41.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
You figure he should get something good to hit here. They don't want to walk him and put him on for the heart of the order.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Schwarber has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
One away now, and here's Matt Carpenter. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw on to first, and Cahill's looking sharp here. 2 away.
Nicely done there at short as you see him ranging to his left. He takes it on his forehand side and then flips it to first for the out.
Standing in now, Brandon Moss. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Now it's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. They lead it 6-1. Dexter Fowler will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far.
Dexter Fowler.
Leak gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Little dribbler down the line. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
And for a first baseman, if the most direct route is to just tag the guy, that's what you do. There's no sense in trying to throw it to your pitcher or your second baseman covering, especially if you don't have to.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Yeah, it's not like he needed any help. He's pitching well enough as it is, but this is now 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. And he's growing more and more confident with every passing batter.
Chris Bryant will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. On the corner away, a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
One, 2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back. 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there because this had the looks of a very quick inning. But at least he's been able to stretch his at-bat out a little bit.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Fielded cleanly. Had a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Matt Holliday comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Left fielder, Matt Holliday.
First pitch on its way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out. 1 away.
Now batting, third
Johnny
baseman.
Peralta digs in, coming off a single in his last at bat.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
In there at the knees, strike 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
1 out, nobody on. Ripped down the first base line, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Around first, on his way to second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
The catcher, number 4.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his second hit of the ball game, and this one goes for extra bases. And you can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
Yadier Molina will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that's in there for strike 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He's at second with his 9th 2-base hit of the year. And low, it's a ball and a strike.
Well, that's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. On the ground to the left side. Bryant is up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, number 72.
Diaz stands in. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Six runs, 10 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here's the 0-2. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Anthony Rizzo will stand in to lead off the end of the lineup. 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
This whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but
as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Well, that's just some indecision there on 3-2. You know, he's thinking, should I swing? You could just see him try and hold up, but by that point, he'd already broken the plane. That's an easy call.
Here's Javier Baez. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Ball inside.
And there's ball 1. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Baez will head for second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And after going hitless in last night's ball game, he's turned things around here. That's his second hit of the ball game, and he's in at second base with a well-hit double.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Well, at the very least, he does move that runner up to third base. But with 2 away now, I don't think that's exactly what he was hoping to accomplish. I think he wanted to drive him in.
Stepping in, Addison Russell. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike.
You've got options here, so you don't need to go after this guy if you don't want to.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail 6-1. Mike Leake will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Russell has it. And he's set down, one away.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Stephen Piscotty will stand in here. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice to this point. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside. 1-0. Bases are empty. One man out. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Hayward giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Stepping in now, number 41. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. One and one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready on 1-2. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They lead it 6-1. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Leading off the inning, Miguel Montero, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Moss has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
And this isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Chris Coghlan will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 8, Chris Coghlan.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he'll get into scoring position here with one away. It's a pinch hit double.
Maybe a sign of life right there. They haven't shown much of a pulse offensively at all. Just their second extra base hit of the afternoon. And they're going to need to find a way to get a few more of these things to get back in the ballgame.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as he'll swing and hit this one hard but foul off to the left and out of play. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. One out and a runner on second base. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And that misses 2-2. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. And a breaking ball's bounced out towards second. Taken in by Carpenter. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. On to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch here in St. Louis. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Cubs 1. Justin Grimm will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Justin Grimm.
Matt Carpenter will step in. A ground out victim his last time.
Second baseman.
Wilson Contreras is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 43, Wilson Contreras.
There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. Called strike at the knees, 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
Brandon Moss will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2 count and the pitch. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Oh, he just about found the back door with that one. Just maybe an inch or two away.
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
And we should take a look at this again on Show Track. This is one of those at-bats he's not going to want to watch again because that ball's a foot outside. Not what he wants to be doing up there.
Matt Holliday standing in now. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Digging in, Johnny Peralta. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
Yeah, the velocity's good here, but I'm not so sure about the location. That was right down the middle.
A runner on first with 2 away. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that runner will get a head start out there.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Still with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
And it looked like he was on his way to breezing through this half inning. But then a base hit, now a walk here with 2 away, and that's opened the door for these guys to maybe do some damage after all.
Yadier Molina gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. This is hit softly to third. And that's in there. Base hit. And he's not stopping as third base coach Jose Oquendo's waving him in. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate. Diaz steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. That's inside. 2-0.
I think he's letting this situation get the better of him out there. But you have to have a short memory if you're a relief pitcher. You can't dwell on what just happened.
Grounded back up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. And to score is the runner from third. The tag, and he is out at the plate. Another good inning for the Cardinals as the usual sea of red love what they're seeing. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Chris Bryant will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
Right.
You know, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Here comes the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. One-two is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And a look there at the starter comparison, telling the story of the ball game. One guy still going and pitching well. The other one long since departed for the showers. Anthony Rizzo stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
And you know it's never good to go down looking, but that was kind of a borderline call. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him. He's still got to be protecting the plate up there.
Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Number 9.
8-1 our score as you look at our in-game line score. This one pretty much all over but the shouting. Javier Baez will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Here it comes. To short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Mike Leake will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Johnson will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Mike Leake gets an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance this afternoon, and, well, he's really earned it.
Well, he definitely has, Matt. I mean, he's been on point today and really held him at bay.
Squared that one up just a little late. The 0-1 on its way. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. And not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike 3 called, and on 3 pitches he's your first out of the inning.
Well, that's what he's up here to do. Some late inning heat out of the bullpen, and he finishes him off with a good fastball here for career strikeout number 1.
Stephen Piscotty will stand in one more time, and fortunately for him, he'll get a 5th chance here to extend that hitting streak.
Yeah, he hasn't had the same success the rest of the guys have, but that could all change with one swing.
Now here's the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Oh, that one got the pitcher. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the 2nd out at first. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Number 41 steps into the box. Here's the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. And it remains an 8-1 ball game. Jason Hayward will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a big swing by Hayward, but this is on the ground to second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Settling in now, Addison Russell. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
Hot shot to third. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now.
Catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Digging in now, Wilson Contreras, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Two out, nobody on. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
He was aggressive going after the first 2 guys in this inning, but he's taking a completely different approach to this 3rd guy.
Here's a swing and a miss on the cut fastball, 2-1.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Shot toward right center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Well, the toughest out in any ball game is always the very last one. These guys are still breathing, but it's going to take a few more of these to get back into contention.
Christian Villanueva will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 61. Christian Villanueva.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
The 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And this is swung on and missed, so the Cubs are down to their final strike here.
And that's really all you have to do when guys are swinging at everything. Give them that sinker and make it look like a strike, but wind up a ball. They've been fishing at that pitch the entire ball game.
Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Christian Villanueva has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually hit.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Goes down to get the sinker, and it's chopped foul at the plate at strike one. And that misses 1-1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here with two guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Oh, tough pitch. Things just not going his way on the mound right now. 3-1. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1. You can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Smoke toward the hole. And that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw home. Now the tag by Molina, but it comes too late. He's in there to score.
Well, this game isn't over yet, but they're at least able to tack a second run onto the scoreboard here. You never say never in this game, but this hole might be a little too deep to dig out of.
There goes Cardinal manager Mike Matheny on his way out to the mound. And that means that's going to do it for starter Mike Leake. So he'll depart as he couldn't quite get that final out, but he will leave with the lead after a strong 8 2/3. Kevin Segrist will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Kevin Segrist.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And, oh, he can't rein it in. Inside and low, 2-1. Two down, runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
He's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
And he holds up on this one, but it's a called strike three. And with that, the ball game is over.
You know, they aren't always quite so easy, but this one was never really in much doubt. They cruise home to that 6-run victory.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 8-2. So long from St. Louis.
Our final lines for this afternoon.